Hey guys, so I've had a user ask me for how to replicate a session times indicator in VEMA. So currently with the indicators available in the TradingView SDK, we don't have access to a session time indicator. Best thing is to write a feature request and then vote on it if you guys really want to see this put in. In the meantime, a workaround that I came up with is to come to the fifth section down, head to cyclic lines, and what these are lines that space themselves an even amount of time apart. So, you know, if I put, let's say, 20 hours between the first two, then there's 20 hours between that, 20 hours between that. Now, the session times are all 24 hours apart in terms of their opens, right? Every day the ASX opens at 10 a.m. So what I've done here is I've put the ASX open at 10 a.m., which is 12 UTC or midnight UTC. And then I've put the ASX close at 6 UTC, so 4 p.m. So that way I can see, okay, that's when the ASX opens, that's when the ASX shuts. So you can do the same for London and New York and Hong Kong and, you know, any session times that you want, New Zealand. Now I've put it on this Klinger oscillator. That I just picked any oscillator. I just wanted a separate indicator so it wasn't appearing on my chart, because if you do put them on your chart, it can get a little bit messy. Like you might be fine with that. For me, it's just a little bit too much. So I just made like a junk indicator. You know, you could use RSI, you could use CCI. I'm not actually using the indicator for what it is. I'm using the indicator purely to have those session times on there. So if you want to do this, the easiest way to do it is, and sorry, I can see right now on OBS some of the lines are missing. So they're appearing on VEMA. There is actually a blue line here that's indicating the session close. Yeah, if I drag it, so I don't know, that's an OBS thing, which is the software I use to record these videos. Anyway, so if you guys do want to do this, the best way to get the session times is to come to the Forex trading clock. So if you put in market24hourclock.com, it'll take you here, or you can just Google Forex clock or 24-hour clock, it should take you here. And then if you change your time zone to UTC, because it'll probably default to whatever you're in, so mine defaults to +10, then you can really easily see, okay, 24 is when the ASX opens and it runs until 6. So that was how I got those values. You know, if I wanted, let's say New York, so I can see, I've got to turn upside down here to read it, but I can see New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, New York. So that opens at 1:30 by the look of that and shuts at 8, maybe. So then I can come back to VEMA and go, okay, for my New York Stock Exchange, that was 13:30. So I might have to go down to half-hour time frame to do that, or we should be able to do it on the 15s actually. So then we want our cyclic line. We want 13:30, which is here. So then we just space that out until we hit the next 13:30, because that way that will be 24 hours. 13:30. So now I know that every New York open is going to be in red, and the close was, I think that's 8 o'clock. So we can do the same again. So we go to 20, 20, 20, 20. Beautiful. And then keep going until we get to the next 20. And if I make that purple. So now I can see, okay, that's my New York time frame. That's my Australia time frame, you know, and then you might have a European time or Hong Kong time or something overlapping those. So it's not the greatest solution, but it is a way to work around not having access to what are they called? Like indicators that people have written that do outline these session times. So if you guys want the session times, then this is a good way to do it,